So, I'll try out the new video on the Chromebook that my family kindly gifted me at Christmas after the old one pegged out. That was halfway to here, October 7th. And I've just been broken by it all. But part of it is because 40 years ago I had my first glimpse of Zionists. I had my first encounter with Zionists. Coincidentally, I had my first encounter with Palestinian folk, males, studying at then Sunderland Polytechnic. They were doing seafaring captain's qualifications. And I was, as they do, silenced. I was dissuaded from holding an opinion lest I be declared an anti-Semite, right? My heritage, I'm 1/4 Scots Grey. I'm a half Lancastrian. I'm 1/4 Polish Jew. I have skin in the game. I never met my grandfather, Neve. He and his family disappeared, strangely, somewhere between 1939 and 1945. That side of my family went away. Yet still, I was frightened of that label because it is such a heinous thing to be, in my mind, to be an anti-Semite, to be actively anti-Jewish is just horrific. But this has nothing to do with people who unreservedly claim themselves to be Zionists. Zionism is a political movement. National Socialism, a political movement. Whatever Mussolini called his movement, a political movement. All of them involved some religious. Yeah, the Germans went big into paganism. Great. Zionism pinched bits and bats from the Judaic faith. It is not anything to do, in my understanding and my connection, with the Jewish faith and Jewish people. It has nothing to do with that. It is a nasty, nasty, nasty political mindset that needs to go away in the same way as National Socialism and Mussolini's fascism needed to go away. It tippy-toed through the Second World War unhindered, and it has continued up until this day to mess with our society. In America, they have their own issues with the senators being funded via the monies that America give to Israel that are then fed back. In the UK, we have our notorious Friends of. So, Conservative Friends of Israel, Labour Friends of Israel, basically bribe takers. This should not exist, I believe, in our politics. You cannot have a foreign state buying off your politicians so that you are softer on their. And since October 7th, however horrific the Hamas slaughters on that day were, what we have seen since. If what Hamas did on the 7th was horrific, what the hell have we been seeing this past 6 months? Yeah, if we all agree that what went on then and the horrors that we witnessed then what since? But then because of it all, you think, hold on, October 7 was not the start of it. Let's spin back and you see clearer and clearer the full picture. And none of this could have happened without the funding and the arming that the West gave, predominantly the United States. And as I say, they throw their bungs, but they're then fed back to the American politicians, to the UK politicians, and in all probability there are European versions of. Zionism is as cancerous as the National Socialists were in the 30s. But somehow they have learned and been quietly accepted, but they have the same level of control and manipulation that if you were in 1930s Germany you would have experienced from the National Socialist Party. Well, they've pushed it too far. Too many people are saying, like me, and it's taken 40 years for this to come to the boil. Enough. You're a bunch of twats. You need to be prescribed your nonsense of a political. It needs to end. When you have a leader of a UK political party declaring himself unreservedly and supporting of Zionism, nah, sorry mate. We need to end it. We need to make them feel the scum that they are. They need to know that they cannot show their faces. They need to know that if they speak out loud that they support that horrific political, that they will be shunned. And shunned they should be. Anyway, rant over.